Zombie apocalypse.
Good morning, Biset freshman students who are currently taking BTC 11, which is the technical drawing one. Today is Wednesday, September 7, 2022, and this is your course facilitator. By the way, this is Sir Kenji Merenciano. The reason why I decided to record this video to give you an overview or a brief introduction about technical drawing. That's what will serve as your reference for this course. And at the same time, I will be presenting the templates, the standard drawing template that we'll be using all throughout this course. So first, I'm going to give you a brief introduction or an overview about technical drawing. What is it all about? How important is drawing? And what are the different types of drawing in its application? So without further ado, here is our topic. So before we proceed, I forgot to remind you that you need to comply. You need to comply and perform the tasks posted in our G class. And not only that, in our classroom, the materials are already been uploaded or posted, starting from the course introduction down to the last one, which is all about the working drawing. Okay, so our topic for this meeting is all about the introduction and types of technical drawing. I hope you can read and see what's on the based from this material. Okay, so again, our lesson is all about introduction and types of technical drawing. So I have to zoom in for you to visualize or see what's on the content of this material. Okay, let me check. So this is the worldwide graphic language for design. Drawing or technical drawing is a word language. Many troubles of the world today are caused by the fact that the various peoples do not understand one another. So there is a gap as far as communication is concerned, and we have infinite number of languages or dialects resulted from a lack of intercommunication of people widely separated in various parts of the world. Next is the term universal language. The idea of communicating thoughts from one person to another is using pictures, or by means of pictures occurred to even the earliest cave dwellers. Plus, during the earlier times, people communicate by means of pictures. That's why you can see drawings or illustration from the caves. Okay. The earliest men communicated orally and undoubtedly by grunts, and other sounds. So they utter certain sounds for them to communicate or to understand one another. And when they wish to record an idea, they made pictures upon whatever materials they could find, such as skin or stone. So here's a sample illustration. So people communicate by means of drawing or an illustration. This is an Egyptian hieroglyphics. This is the earliest form of writing. Writing instead of text, instead of letters, it means objects or picture or in picture forms. Later were simplified and became abstract symbols used in our languages today. because hieroglyphics is an earliest form of writing. Writing can be part of or a form of communication. And drawing class is a form of a language. By means of symbols, by means of objects, we can say that this is a picture of a bird, a picture of a face of a person. So we communicate and understand or comprehend based on the illustration of a picture. In drawing class, we have two types. Or what I mean, we have two types of drawing. Man has developed drawing along two distinct lines according to his purpose. One, we have the artistic, and the other one class is technical. When we say artistic, use drawings to express aesthetic. Aesthetic means appearance or the design, philosophic or other abstract ideas. If we're going to recall the earlier times or in ancient times, nearly everybody was illiterate. No printing, hence no newspapers or books. Books were hand lettered on papyrus or on parchment and were not available to the general public. Instead, by listening to their superiors and by looking at sculptures, pictures, or drawings in public places. There were no photographs before as well. The artist was not just an artist in the aesthetic sense, but he was a teacher or philosopher as a means of expression. That is what is meant by artistic drawing. When we say technical, from the beginning of recorded history, man has used drawings to represent objects to be built or constructed. So design or technical drawing was used to represent objects for if you want to build a house or for construction. So you need the details of the house by means of representing it in a form of a technical drawing. One of these earliest drawings, no trace remains today, but we know the drawings were used for a man could have built as he did without using fairly accurate drawings. Example is the Solomon's Temple. It was built of stone, made ready before it was brought tighter. Each stone and timber were carved or hewn into shape, brought to sight, and noiselessly fitted together. It is evident, class, that accurate drawings must have been used, showing the exact shapes and sizes of the components or parts. So that's probably how technical drawing was introduced. Okay, based on example, the Solomon Temple. So it provided sizes, shapes, and the components of parts. Technical drawing are the graphics and documentation. So drawing or technical drawing is also used for documentation, which includes the notes and specifications used by manufacturers to fabricate electronic and mechanical products and by construction professionals to produce houses, commercial buildings, roads, bridges, and water and wastewater systems. Thus, in your field of discipline, which is electronics technology, technical drawing plays an essential role. Okay? You cannot come up with a tangible output, let's say an electronic device, project, or product before it without a design or a layout of it. For example, to specify technology, we will not we cannot appreciate technology around us, like for example, your mobile phones, your computers, tables, anything, because these are all product of research, and research comes of a careful planning. Therefore, you need design, you need drawings with notes and specification before it come up with a product or an output. Okay? In electronics, you will be dealing with diagrams. Diagrams that represents the symbols, the parts of the components, the circuitry, and how the device operates or works. In electronics, since we're talking about technical drawing, you will come up with your own schematic diagram, your own PCB layout, component layout, orthographic or isometric illustrations. In fact, class, technical graphics are produced before almost all products are manufactured. From the electronic devices inside your mobile phones to the handle of your toothbrush. So these are examples of technical drawing. Excuse me. Drafting is the basic technical form of visual communication. Thus, it is the universal language of industry and construction. Your ideas will be translated or transformed into drawings, or, or technical ideas, sketches, in the data of engineers and designers into clear, easy to read, working drawing. Drafters or draftsmen are individuals who have received specialized training in the creation of technical drawings. One of the most important skills that drafters must acquire during their training is the ability to interpret design, inputs, and transform them into technical drawing. As electronics students, first, you need to be familiarized or be acquainted with all the different schematic symbols. These are schematic symbols follow the industry standard. And this will serve as your reference, as your learning journey in the BSET program. You will be dealing with different circuits. You will be working or assembly different projects or devices. But first, you need to learn this. One of the competency is the ability to read, interpret, and make or draw circuits or diagrams. Drafters usually work closely with other members of the design team, which may include designers, checkers, engineers, architects, and other drafters during the creation of technical drawing. Most drafters now use computer-aided design, or what we call CAD software to prepare technical drawings. CAD, or the computer-aided drafting or drawing, allows drafters to produce drawings more quickly than the traditional drafting techniques. After you took BTC 11, which is technical drawing one, um, second sem, you will take BTC 12, which is the continuation of technical drawing one. So this time, it is technical drawing 2 with CAD application. So in technical drawing 1, you will learn the basic drafting techniques by using drawing instruments. Learn how to draw lines, shapes, dimension, and other projections manually. Compared to BTC 12, by next sem, you will be using computers. You're going to create your own object, your own diagrams, your own product or project using an AutoCAD, SketchUp, Corel, or any other computer-aided drafting softwares. Now, class, let us proceed to the role of technical drawing. Drawings and specifications control the many details of the product manufacture, assembly, and maintenance. Both ease in freehand sketching and the ability to use computers to produce CAD models and technical drawings that are valued skills in the global marketplace. CAD, or manual drafting or drawing, conveys information, graphically requires knowledge of the standards that allows drawings to concisely communicate designs around the world. Technical drawings can take many forms. Plus, we have different forms of technical drawings, from idea or concept sketches, computation sketches, design sketches, layout drawings, part drawings, working or construction drawings, electrical installation drawings, and any forms of drawings. Even the assembly drawings, these are examples of technical drawing. Sketches, 2D CAD drawings, and 3D CAD models are all forms of technical drawing. Each of these types of drawings and others has a place in the process of designing and building a product, system, or structure. So these are examples of technical drawings, which includes the illustration of different products or devices. It contains a vivid details or intrinsic details about the parts, the labeling of parts, dimensions, and views to illustrate and to understand what's on the object or drawing. Yes, in general, technical drawings serve one of these three purposes. We have visualization, communication, and documentation. So when we say visualization, the information of mental image of something. It's a cognitive tool accessing imagination to realize all aspects of an object, action, or outcome. If you can still remember, based on my previous presentation, drawings can be classified or into conceptual sketches. For example, I want to come up with another version or another design for a mobile phone. So based from ideas, I translate it into a form of a sketch. So you are visualizing. We're imagining things and how these parts, how the shapes will be realized by means of a drawing to come up to be able to produce an outcome. Second, drawing is used for communication, the imparting or exchanging of information or news. So in technical drawing, particularly in your field as an electronics technologist or students, you'll need to learn how to be familiar or be acquainted with the different schematic symbols. We have thousands different electronic symbols following the industry standards. Okay? And once you know or familiar with these symbols, it's easy for you to draw or to make circuit diagrams or layouts. And even others would understand the language which is the drawing or illustration of your project or your diagram. To each students, if not students, this could be enthusiasts or hobbyists, or if not engineers, about your illustration or drawing. The third reason or purpose of technical drawing, these are used for documentation, material that provides official information or evidence or that serves as a record. The process of classifying and annotating text, photographs, and others. It is the act of an instance of furnishing or authenticating with documents. To inform you in advance, class, you will come up or let's say produce your own technology. When I say produce your own technology, hindi you will not yet invent. You will not create an object or a product or device. You will visualize. Think of a possible uh, project that you want to build or make in electronics. So what you're going to submit are detailed drawings or what we call working drawings. In a working drawing, it composed of a schematic, a diagram, component or PCB layout, the orthographic projection, and the isometric or the actual design of your project. So your idea will turn on will become a an output by means of a series of detailed drawings, and that is what we call working drawing. So your final requirement class, you will you will submit to me working drawings of a particular electronics project or device. Okay? So let's proceed. So we have a wide array or variety of professions that use technical drawings to communicate and document designs. Some examples are civil engineering, mechanical, electrical engineering, architecture, electronics communication, bioresource, landscape design, engineering construction, technology, pattern making. So, technical drawing is essential because it has a wide array of applications or purposes. Whether you are designing a bridge, installing underground power lines in a subdivision, or designing a plastic housing for a new toaster, understanding and use technical drawing is a key skill that you will need. To appreciate technical drawing's role in the design process, you must first understand some basics about the design process itself. First is problem identification. You need a clear statement class of the need for and objectives for the design must be written. So, for your project, think of a possible uh, product or electronics that you would like to come up based on the existing problem. As if, for example, at present, we are having difficulty or energy crisis because of the surge of fuel, the increase of fuel, and other basic commodities. Okay, so in that sense, you want to develop a technology that will provide an alternative source of energy. Okay. Second is ideation. Technical sketches or sketches are often used to convey concepts to multidisciplinary teams. Time will come, class, you will be working in groups or team. Like, for example, you will undergo ALT 38. It's one of the course in electronics which talks about research. The description for that course is electronics research and design. So in ideation, you will brainstorm, you will communicate or collaborate with each other for a possible feasible research study or topic of interest for research. Third is refinement or analysis. Designs may be rethought based on engineering analysis. CAD models and sketches are useful during the analysis and compromise stage. Accurate 2D or 3D CAD models and drawings are created to refine the design. So, class, while if you have a working drawing and you're working in groups, drawing plays helps for the analysis. If there's a need to revise the drawing or needs to improve the project, good thing you have a reference such as working drawing to communicate with one another and to come up with a possible solution based on their or his or her observation. The fourth is implementation or documentation. Production and or working drawings providing the details of manufacture and assembly are finalized and approved. So class, since we all know the importance or the role of technical drawing in the design process, let us now proceed on ways in preparing technical drawing. So we have the mechanical drawing. Mechanical drawing, class, is the instrumental expression of the graphic language. The term that should be applied only to a drawing made with drawing instrument. So mechanical drawing is a type of drawing using different drawing instruments. The term has been used to denote all industrial drawings, which is unfortunate because such drawings are not always mechanically drawn, and it tends to belittle the broad scope of the language by naming it superficially by its principal mode of execution. Next is technical sketching or freehand drawing. It is the freehand expression. So in other words, class, this type of drawing is without the aids of or using instruments. It is the most valuable tool for the engineer and other in others engage in technical work because through it, most technical ideas can be expressed quickly and effectively without the use of special equipment. Pencil is the most important tool for this or in these methods. So we have two types of freehand drawing. We have the artist drawing and drawing done by technical men. So what is working drawing at present times? Working drawings, to make an object as required, the craftsman must have a clear representation of the shape and its definite, accurate information about the size, details, special process, materials, and finish. In pictorial drawing, like this example, it's difficult to furnish this information. Drawings with two or more views are used to provide or to give you complete information about the object. These are working drawing. Okay? As you can see, there are dimensions, sizes, measurement, and details about the object. Detail and assembly drawings, there are products which are complex, and the complexity will determine just how much information can be presented on any one drawing. If a product is made up of many parts, it may be necessary to prepare to separate working drawings for each individual part. Working drawings that shows how to construct parts are called detailed drawings. Again, for emphasis, working drawings that show how to construct or build parts, these are detailed drawings. A separate working drawing or assembly drawing is required to show how to correctly assemble the product. Here's a sample illustration of an assembly drawing, which contains, though it's not a bit clear, represents the label of the parts and how the parts are located. Okay, so this sums up now to give you an overview about the what do you call this, technical drawing. At least meron kayong background or idea na kung ano ba ang sinasabi nating um, working drawing. Okay? So let us proceed to let's get to know more about technical drawing. Okay. Drawing class is okay. Drawing is the art or technique. Okay. Let me fix my camera or turn it hide it so you can see. You know, it's clear for everyone. I hope it's clear for everybody while watching this video. Okay? So drawing is the art or technique of representing an object or outlining a figure, plan, or sketch. So lines is important for this technique because lines represent an object or outlines a figure. So drawing again, if if I for reiteration, is the art or technique of representing an object or outlining a figure, plan, or sketch by means of lines. Other term is that it is a form of visual art in which a person uses various drawing instruments to mark paper or another two-dimensional medium. These are instruments include graphite pencils, pen and ink, various kinds of paints, ink brushes, colored pencils, and so on and so forth. So this is an example of a drawing, okay, wherein it represents the different sizes or shapes with a measurement or what we call dimension. And this is an isometric view or representation of an object. And in this right side is the orthographic, which presents the three principal views to better understand the object. It's different from conceptual sketches. When you first get an idea for something you want to build, you may draw it roughly without using instruments or accurate scales. This is what we call conceptual sketch. Look at the examples compared to these previews. So here in sketches, out of your idea, through visualization, you convert that or transform that into drawings. Here, you don't need necessarily drawing instruments, okay, or scales. So that is an example of a conceptual sketch. So in drawing, we have lots of type or different types from artistic, technical. In technical, I try to focus on the technical because an electronic students, you will focus or encounter the sketches, the diagrams, the technical or engineering drawings with the oblique, isometric, and multi-view. These are part of your working drawing. So again, for emphasis, if you can still recall, my final requirement is you're going to make your own working drawing. So as earlier as now, think of a possible research or project that you want to design. Okay? A conceptual sketch allows an idea to be expressed quickly in graphic form. It's prepared pre-hand. When you say pre-hand, you are manually sketching or creating an object using a pencil without the aid of instruments. It's not needed to do a scale, but it respect the rules of technical drawing as much as possible, and it's made proportionally to the object represented. While in technical drawings serves as reference. So when you say reference, these are guides for workers, engineers, architects, or machinists. When you are ready to design the details, you make a technical drawing done with more detail and more accurate. And this time, you will resort to using drafting instruments. So technical drawing class is the act and discipline of composing drawings that visually communicate how something function, operate, or the manner it is constructed. It's very important, especially for communicating ideas in the field of industry, engineering, and other disciplines. To make the drawings easier to understand, people use familiar symbols. Like in the case for electronics, we use the electronics schematic symbols, perspectives, units of measurement, notation systems, visual styles, and page layout. What's the difference between sketch and drawing? Sketch, in simplest term, you don't need drafting tools. All you have, the requirement is just pencil and paper. Scale is approximate but not accurate or precise. But the sketch should still look like the object. In drawing, you need drafting tools. Like for example, ruler, set squares, protractor, compass. And in this type of communication, scale should be accurate, not approximate, unlike sketch.
Sorry, I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. It looks
And
like
the
it's showing router
drawing
and
carefully
device.
made. Alexa,
Unplug both of them, then plug the router back in. Wait 30 seconds. Once the router is back on and connected to the internet, plug in the Echo device.
a technical drawing presents all the information necessary for the object's construction. It's made with great precision. That is a technical drawing. It is used for construction, particularly here. You will be an example of an automobile design. It includes the details. You need use rulers, compass, and protractor, or perhaps a drafting software. It is done to scale and respects the proportions of the objects represented, respects conventions in the mode of the representation. So here's another example, a technical drawing of a fighter plane. This includes the vivid details, the parts, the measurements, everything should be in detail. Okay? So these are an overview or introduction to technical drawing. So class, after watching this video, can you distinguish or tell me the difference between a a pre-hand drawing to technical drawing? Ay, sorry. Can you tell me the difference between conceptual sketch to a conceptual sketch to a technical drawing? Okay? So that is the introduction or overview about technical drawing. So let us now proceed this time to the plate. Okay? Aside from the working drawing, you will be performing line exercises, views, projection, lettering, and therefore you will do it in a form of a template. I already provided or in discuss with you the different tools, materials needed for this course. So this time, I will be orienting now the title block. The title block or the template for BTC 11 Technical Drawing Course. Ito po yung template na gagamitin natin. Okay, let me share. So class, hope it's clear for everybody while watching this video. Hope you can see it well. So here's your template for the activities, sheets, working drawings, or exercises all throughout the SEM. So we will be using the A4 size band paper. Okay? Before, I ask you to provide a long size band paper, but for standardization, I consulted the faculty in the faculty in drafting that they will be using the A4 instead of a long size bond paper. Again, for this course, we will be using the A4 size bond paper, substance 20. Again, this will be your template. We will be using or adapting the A4 size bond paper, substance 20. So here's the title block of this drawing or display to be specific. So with its dimension, let me zoom in. So the height of this title block is 2 centimeters. Okay, 2,000 meters or 2 centimeters to be exact. Let me check. First, okay, so again, for emphasis, the height of this plate is 2 centimeters or 20 millimeters. Convert. Okay. So from here, you have to this time use pencil Mongol 2 for the meantime, and then ruler. We will not yet ink or thicken this template or title block. So here the dimensions. Okay, please be guided with the dimensions as your reference for this template. So we have 4, 6. So for this, the date, we have this date submitted. Okay, so we have, what do you call this, column or rows? For this part or column, we have here 4, 6, 6, 4 millimeters. Yeah, centimeters. I'm sorry. 4, 6, 6, 4 centimeters. So here, you will include the date when you submitted your sheet or plates and what plate number. Okay, let's say our first activity is you're going to draw horizontal lines and check by, here's my name, Professor Kenji Merenciano or Merenciano K. They check, I am the one who will put the schedule or the when did I check the your plate. So we have here the rubrics. The rubrics is our reference for the faculty in charge or professor on how we're going to evaluate or assess your output. Okay? So we have the proficiency, the method, accuracy, and time management. And it has a corresponding point. So here, let's go back. For plate, we have okay, say, and we also have 4 centimeters, 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters for the rubrics. For the points, we have 2 centimeters, 4 centimeters for the name of the professor, and at times 2 centimeters. The one who will accomplish this is the faculty in charge or the course facilitator. So we have first, second, or third attempt. And this is the title. Okay, with the corresponding dimensions. It's and the last one is the logo of the university. So let's put it blank muna. Okay, so this will be your template for throughout this sem in technical drawing 1. Okay, so for your first activity or for your first plate, you're going to build or come up with horizontal lines. I'll send this to you in our group chat later on. Okay. So, but if you will observe, these are straight lines. Okay, we did this using a CAD software, but in your case, class, you will do it by freehand or manually. Okay, so it has a corresponding dimensions. It's already been there. 5 centimeters. This one 2. I know. Yeah. 5 centimeters. For this one 2 centimeters. Okay. So please be guided for this activity. So class, if you have questions or clarifications, feel free to message me about this activity. Okay? Class, that's how we end our presentation. I hope you understand and it's clear for everybody. Unless, if you have questions or clarifications, feel free to ask. And these are my contact details. You can message me through Messenger or to our YouTube video or based from our YouTube video or to my Messenger or to our DG Classroom. Okay? So class, thank you for your time. Thanks for listening or watching this video. And as what I always say, keep safe always.
Zombie apocalypse.